The subject fled the area in a black sedan, possibly an Infiniti, with dark tinted windows. The second incident occurred near 3344 Major Denton Drive in Beltsville, Maryland, at approximately 10:49 a.m. A subject approached a letter carrier there, brandished a firearm, and demanded property. The suspect then fled in a black sedan, possibly Infiniti, with dark tinted windows. The suspect is described as a black male, 5'6" to 5'8", skinny, wearing a black ski mask, black clothing, and a high-pitched voice in his 20s. Then, at approximately 11:24 a.m. on the 2000 block of Florida Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C., a subject approached a letter carrier on his route and demanded property. The subject then assaulted the carrier, struck him in his chin, and snatched property before fleeing in a black Mercedes sedan. Finally, at 1:30 p.m. near 6701 Quiet Hours Court in Columbia, Maryland, a subject approached a letter carrier, brandished a firearm, and demanded property. The subject in that incident is described as a skinny black male with a light complexion, around 5'9" tall, wearing a red shirt. I then have two incidences that occurred yesterday, June 30th. First, at approximately 12:55 p.m. Near 7401 Holly Avenue in Tacoma Park, Maryland, a Postal Service letter carrier was delivering along their route when they were approached by two subjects. They'd brandished a weapon and demanded property. They fled in a black sedan. Just after that, a little over 2 miles away, at approximately 1:18 p.m., a letter carrier was delivering along their route in the 5900 block of 8th Street Northeast, Washington, D.C., when the letter carrier was approached by two subjects. They brandished a firearm and demanded property. The subjects fled the area, and in that case, the carrier was uninjured. In the Tacoma Park incident, the carrier was assaulted as well. The subjects for both of the incidents yesterday were described as two young black males, slim, approximately 5'8" to 5'10", wearing ski masks. One with a gray, possibly gray and black hoodie and jeans, armed with a black and silver handgun. Second subject was described as wearing a black hoodie and jeans. They fled the subject yesterday. They fled the area in a black sedan. Anyone with information regarding the 6 incidents mentioned above is entitled of a reward of up to $50,000 from information leading to the identification, arrest, and prosecution of the individuals involved. This is an alarming trend that needs to stop. The $50,000 reward applies to each incident at this time. Anybody with information can call postal inspectors at 1-877-876-2455. A $50,000 reward is substantial and reflects the commitment of the Postal Inspection Service to the safety of Postal Service letter carriers making their rounds every day for us. I will now open up to a few questions if you guys have them. Yep.
You know, if you could, without giving away exactly what you're doing, because I know you don't want to tell us some of your methods, some of what you're doing, but give us a feeling for how important this is to the Postal Service. You know, letter carriers are in everybody's life. They are people we all depend on. They go rain, sleet, snow, dark of night, everything. And, you know, without, if they're vulnerable, tell us how important this is for the Postal Service.
For the Postal Service, and I speak for the Postal Inspection Service, that is the core of our mission. Postal letter carriers are delivering to over 155 million delivery points in our country every day. They hit more delivery points across the country every day than any other carrier. They are in everybody's neighborhood on a daily basis, delivering everything from birthday cards to goods ordered online. They are part of our lives, and it's important for us to make sure that they are safe when they are doing those routes every day, delivering those items for us. It is a sad state of things when it comes down to robberies against someone that provides an essential service to our communities. But it's happening here, and it's got to end. The inspection service will investigate these incidences thoroughly, and to the best of our ability, I can promise you that.
A lot of people might be wondering what they're after, if it's the mail, or what are they stealing, or what do they appear to be after?
So they are taking different things depending on each incident. I can't get involved into detail about what they're taking in every incident. They are taking personal property and Postal Service property. That's all I can say at this time. I don't want to assume a motive or something like that until the investigation is fully fleshed out.
But not the mail. They're not stealing the mail.
They are not stealing mail to my knowledge at this time, no.
But they're stealing other kinds of postal property? Are they going after the keys? Are they going after, when you say postal property, what are you referring to?
Referring to a wide variety of items that the Postal Service provides their carriers to do their jobs on a daily basis. Like I said, I don't want to provide specifics because it's going to be part of our investigation moving forward.
Is this vehicle one of what you were talking about, some of the video?
Yes, so the vehicle behind me is a rough image of the Mercedes that was involved in the 2000 block of Florida Avenue, Northwest today. This is the vehicle that the subjects fled the area in towards Connecticut Avenue.
Is the violence, is it escalating? Is it coming after some sort of resistance? Is it just random? How is this happening?
It's difficult to infer a motive or why these things happen. I don't want to assume anything until the investigation has run its course. However, obviously there are a number of reasons why someone would commit an armed robbery.
But as far as when the postal carriers are physically assaulted, they haven't all been physically assaulted, right? Is the person
Correct.
Pistol whipping them? What's happening and what's leading up to that?
So in two of the cases, the subjects have assaulted the carrier by striking them in the face or head. And the other instances, they just brandished a firearm.
Did anyone have to be hospitalized or anything like that?
Fortunately, no one was hospitalized. The two carriers that were assaulted only received mild injuries and did not require medical care.
Are there any previous incidents that are possibly like this that you're maybe looking back at now as, did they just wake up and start doing this yesterday, or is there something else that you're looking into maybe?
That's something that the investigation will, of course, take into account. We will explore all avenues, look at all ties and links to past and future robberies to ensure we catch the culprits of all.
I haven't looked at a map of all these incidents. Is it pretty contained, or is it just all over?
So the two incidents yesterday, the one in Tacoma Park and then the one off 8th Street Northeast, that's only about 2 miles away. So close in geographic area. So, as we said, this is the core of what we do. We need the public's help to identify the individuals responsible for these incidents, and we won't stop until we do that. If the public has any information, please reach out to us, 1-877-876-2455. There's up to a $50,000 reward. Anything else? Thank you all.
And also one thing to note, federal law, possession of USPS property is a felony and carries up to 10 years of incarceration. So in essence, it's just as serious as being in illegal possession of a firearm.
And of course, robbery with Postal Service letter carrier carries up to a 22-year sentence.
I like your question, ma'am, over there. It's very important to play at the human interest of this. It's kind of like when you go to war, and everybody either has a service member who's fighting or knows a service member, maybe less so, not drafting so much. But the same way postal.
Yes, obviously.